The 1960s witnessed a thrilling era in motorsports, particularly in the North American open-wheel Can-Am series. Here, car manufacturers were given free rein to unleash their wildest design ideas, pushing the boundaries of speed and performance. In this arena, the McLaren M8 emerged as a dominant force, rewriting the rulebook and etching its name in racing history, taking the Can-Am title 5 years in a row. Now the M8 story begins with the successful McLaren M6A, a car that had already tasted victory in various championships. Driver Bruce McLaren and his team, Bruce McLaren Motor Racing or BMMR, craved more. They envisioned a car specifically designed to conquer the Can-Am series. Thus, the M8A was born in 1968. Now the M8A wasn't a radical departure from the M6A. It utilized the M6A's chassis but incorporated a significant upgrade, a monstrous 7-liter Chevrolet big block V8 engine. This all-aluminum powerhouse became a stressed member of the chassis, contributing to the car's overall rigidity. Early versions produced around 620 horsepower, which was a significant leap from the M6A's 520 horsepowers. But McLaren didn't just want to compete, they wanted to dominate, and so the M8A was just the beginning of a lineage. McLaren continuously refined the car, creating several successful iterations, and so came the birth of the M8B, the downforce king. Now the M8B and the M8A were similar but different. Both had the same engine, both had the same chassis, but the M8B had the addition of a towering wing inspired by the Chaparral 2E. McLaren also widened the body to fit fatter tires, and the wing with the wider tires significantly improved high-speed traction, giving McLaren a crucial edge on track. And with that, the M8B dominated the 1969 season with victories for both Bruce McLaren and Denny Hulme. Now, along with the M8B, McLaren also developed a customer-based version. I mean, you need to make some money from your racing knowledge. Now, these models featured a more conventional chassis that did not use the engine as a stress member, giving the customers more freedom in choosing an engine. But most of them still featured the big block Chevy power plant. This move made it possible for private teams to compete with a proven McLaren design, thus expanding McLaren's reach in the championship. PS, a total of 15 M8Cs were built and sold. But let's move on to the 1970 season. Again, McLaren didn't rest, and they improved on the car once more. Enter the M8D, or the Batmobile. Now for this season, McLaren had to make some changes. You see, that massive wing got banned, and they now had to find another way to retain the downforce. So the M8D's rear wing was mounted low on the side fins, earning the car the nickname Batmobile. They once again used the Chevrolet V8, but the motor got enlarged to 7.6 liters or 465 cubic inches. This bump in size pushed the power up to 670 horsepower at 6,800 RPM and a total of 810 Nm of torque. Once again, McLaren was ready to dominate, but tragedy struck. You see, Bruce McLaren was more than just a founder. He was a racer, a test driver, and an engineer who tested and pushed all of their vehicles to their limits. Unfortunately, on the 2nd of June in 1970, Bruce was tragically fatally injured in an accident whilst testing the M8D at the Goodwood circuit, when his car crashed on the straight just before Woodcote Corner, after a section of the rear body came adrift at speed. This was bad, and after the crash, the McLaren team were told the news. The workshop was tidied and the lights were turned off. And that could have been the end, but the team didn't die with Bruce. The following morning, everybody returned to work, more determined than ever to win. And in that year, McLaren won 9 out of the 10 races and took the Can-Am title once again. Now you might wonder how they were able to continue, but it was just their collective passion for racing, and also because they knew that that is what he would have wanted. And to make you guys understand why I say that, here is some of Bruce McLaren's own words. To do something well is so worthwhile that to die trying to do it better cannot be foolhardy. It would be a waste of life to do nothing with one's ability, for I feel that life is measured in achievement, not in years alone. And when reading that, I actually got goosebumps. But let's get to the last year of their stint in Can-Am. So now it was time to upgrade and develop yet another car. But this time they had to do it without the legend, and many wondered if they would be able to do so. And for the 1971 year, they arrived with the M8F, a brand new iteration of the legendary M8. And this thing was a monster. You see, the M8F was the pinnacle of the M8's evolution. She boasted an even more powerful engine, exceeding 740 horsepower. This monstrous power, coupled with refined aerodynamics, secured McLaren's 5th consecutive Can-Am Championship title with Peter Revson behind the wheel. But despite its dominance, the M8's reign didn't last forever. Rule changes in Can-Am limited engine displacement in 1972, paving the way for Porsche's formidable 917/10 to challenge McLaren's supremacy. Although the M8 continued to race for a few more seasons, its era of unparalleled success had come to an end. By the way, I've made videos on the Porsche and that 917, which later evolved into the 917/30, one of the craziest cars ever. So if you would like to watch that, go and watch it after this. The video's almost finished. So let's end it off. The McLaren M8 remains a legendary car, a symbol of an era of unbridled innovation and fierce competition. Its dominance in Can-Am racing cemented McLaren's place as a force to be reckoned with in the world of motorsports. The M8's influence extended beyond victories, shaping the future of open-wheel racing for years to come. But at the end of the video, please let me know what you thought of the video number 1 and what do you think of the McLaren M8 in all of its iterations, and also let me know which one is your favorite. But yeah, at the end of the video, please let me know what you thought, and if you guys enjoyed this video, please have a like and subscribe to the channel, and if you did like it, you'll most probably like most of my other stuff. So just go through my channel, see if there's something else you like. I'll check you guys in the next one. Cheers, eh?